Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect, 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there, shalom. I'm the brother Damal Gabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, and I, was reading a bunch of articles, and I came across this one from futurism.com, and it says, "We see the vision, eye implant that restores vision to the blind, cleared for sale." And you see, and this is just more of the many miracles that, this damn devil Esau Edom, via this technology is presenting to the people as form of miracles and showing you the future, the so-called future, and the power of technology and artificial intelligence is how, eventually it's going to be, something to be worshiped and veered as God-like power. And it's going to be through, technology and things like this that are going to really, deceive the people into ultimately, accepting this man's micro hip, which is the mark of the beast, via by you, believing and putting your faith and trust in technology and AI and artificial intelligence, and it's little things like this that are going to deceive the people into believing that, AI is here to help us. And this technology has a lot of great and wonderful benefits, which, this technology, if it was done in righteousness, it could have a lot of beneficial and good benefits. But we know this man is the damn devil, and he's going to use this technology more for evil and nefarious purposes and for control than to ultimately, use it and use it solely for good and righteousness and, for the good of the people. But we know this shit is going to be used to ultimately deceive and to gain more power and control, and eventually to deceive people into this, to enslavement of artificial intelligence and AI in his new world order. You see, but this is just one of the little tiny mini miracles that this man possesses, via this technology. To like I said, a lot of people will see this and will be like, see, AI is not all bad. This technology, it can't be all bad. It can be used for good. And then, you'll let this man deceive you and dupe you into believing that his intentions are noble and his intentions are righteous as far as this technology is concerned. And he's going to use it to make the world a better place, to clean up the oceans, to clean up the air, to detect cancer, before it even sparks, so that you can have a completely healthy and whole society, but in all reality, he's going to use this shit to enslave you people and to constantly surveil and track and monitor and put you people in a digital prison and total hell, man. All right. And this is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. And it says, "And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light." You see, and this is what this man has the ability and the powers to do via this technology, via the media, via, his pseudosciences and technology, is that he can present himself as being, an angel or, a messenger of good. And this technology is going to be to do all these great and wonderful things. But, behind closed doors, he's just going to use this shit to totally be a demon and to try to turn himself into a technological god and you people into his technological slaves, man. You see, so it just shows you that, this technology, some of it can be used for good, but we know this man, he's not accustomed to do it good, man. All right. Everything that he does is to bring death, pain, suffering, and ultimately he just wants total control over every aspect of everybody's life via this new world order and via this technology and the data centers and digital IDs. He's going to always present it as beneficial, but really we know how this devil really operates. So let's read a little bit in this article. It says, "An eye implant," and remember, this is the same thing that Klaus Schwab and Noah Harari said. Eventually, you're going to have to merge yourself with this technology if you want to, if you want to live in the future, if you want to, participate in society, have a bank account, have an apartment, have a home, board a plane, get on a train, have a driver's license, be able to buy or sell. Eventually, you're going to have to completely and totally merge yourself with this technology, man. And it's going to come eventually in the form of this technology going inside of you. not just with, with neural links, with, neural links and different devices, and eventually with the mark of the beast, the MOTB, man, the implantable micro C hip. And these are all things that, this future that this man is creating all entails. And for you to be fully assimilated into it, you're going to have to merge yourself with this technology on every level, man. You see, but this is just part of the little miracles that they're going to show you people to make you believe that it's good. And, it is here to help. It's not here to, to do anything bad, but to help. So it says an eye implant that can help blind people see again is poised to hit the market in Europe at least. And remember, Elon Musk was just saying this a couple of weeks ago, AI and this technology is going to do so-called, it said they use the J word, Jesus-like miracles. You see? And that's all being, being presented in a form of deception, man. And this shit is all it's all a pit. It's all a snare. It's all a trap for your souls. But like I said, they're presenting it as beneficial and as the future. It says on Wednesday, the U.S.-based Science Corporation announced that it had received approval from the European Union to treat patients with its vision-restoring bionic eye device called Prima. And that word Prima, I looked it up when I read this article. In the Latin, it means leading or first. I know in Spanish, prima means like a female cousin, but in Latin, it means leading or first. It says, in a huge step towards the commercialization of the technology. And see, and this is what these devils want to do. They want all of this technology, all of it, even some of the, like I said, some of this technology is going to be used, it's not going to be as bad. It's not going to be nefarious, but you have some good aspect of this technology, but you have more negative aspects of this technology. And this is what they want to do. They want to commercialize this shit. Don't be surprised. Pretty soon you're going to start seeing commercials on TV and adverts of people with this technology in them. People doing commercials with people with the micro C hip in them, with the mark of the beast in them, presented it as convenience and the future and groundbreaking. So what they want this shit to become commercialized. Let's look up this word commercialization. Let's see what they'll give us. It says commercialization is the process of turning a new idea, invention, or lab research into a product or service that is sold to the public for profit. You see, it covers all the steps needed to bring goods to the market, such as manufacturing, marketing, shipping, and sales. And it's the same with this technology. They want to commercialize eventually the mark of the beast, the MOTB. You see? So it can be a household item, so it can be a part of everyday life. This is why this technology is going to be ubiquitous in nature, which means it's going to be everywhere, And pretty soon in the future, hey, a lot of this technology is going to be required to be inside of you in order for you to access the private and the public sector, Like, for instance, pretty soon, in order for you to have a bank account, you have to have your biometrics linked to that particular business. So if you go, let's say, in the future, if you want to pull, use your ATM or, let's say, for instance, if you want to go to the ATM, let's just say to pull out some cash or whatever, pretty soon it's not going to require you to put your debit card in the slot and punch in your PIN code. You're going to have to go to the bank and you're going to have to scan your iris, or scan your face, or eventually put your micro C hip up into the palm reader in order for you to operate within this world, man. This is what these devils are doing, man. They're commercializing all of this technology to make it a household name. And once they get you in there, they're going to shut the door and you're going to be locked within this digital prison system, man. You see, it says we have cochlear implant for vision now, CEO Max Haddock told Start News. Science Corp device is designed to treat advanced macular degeneration, a condition in the eye which causes central vision loss. It's the leading cause of vision loss in older adults, with severe forms of it accounting for nearly 90% of legal blindness in the U.S., according to one estimate. And who do we know, that was able to cure the blind, that made the lame to walk, the blind to see, was Yahushua. You see? But he didn't need to put a damn microchip, microchip technology inside of those that he healed. It was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahushua just touched them or said the word and they were healed. See, but Esau's coming with his left hand's means, with his carnal version of Yahushua like miracles via this technology, man, so that he can present himself as a God and this technology as a God that needs to be worshipped. You see, because what if you want to receive our forms of miracles, you're going to have to eventually have faith that this technology can heal you. It's just like when Yahweh Shai healed certain individuals. He told them, "Do you believe? Do you have faith that I can heal you?" And they said yes, and they believed. It's going to be the same with you when Esau presents this technology in order to heal you. You're going to have to go in there with faith and believe that this technology can heal you, man. You see? It's very, this man is moving, it's all on the left hand side though. It says, to restore vision, the Prima device uses a wireless chip. Oh, see, there's that chip, that word chip again. See, so this technology, you're going to have to merge yourself with it. Like I said, hey, if you want to receive, if you're blind, you want to receive your sight, you're going to have to merge with this technology. You can't walk, you're crippled, you're going to have to merge yourself with this technology. Hey, in the future, you want to board a plane, you want to have a job, you want to have an apartment, you want to buy and sell, you're going to have to merge this technology within yourself in the future in order to buy and sell, man. You see? It says a wireless chip that's surgically implanted under the retina. This connects with a pair of camera-equipped glasses, which transmits video in the form of near-infrared light that the chip turns into electrical signals interpreted by the brain. Science Corp first published the result of a preliminary clinical trial in late 2024, showing that patients who used the device were able to recognize faces again and even read books. You see, there are these miracles, bro. See, let's get that right. This is Revelation chapter 13 and 13. We are 14. It says, "And he deceiveth them." You see, and that's the point. He's going to deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, all right? And that word miracles is semion. We go into it all the time, which means something that goes beyond the common course of nature, which is this technology, it is some, we'll just get it. All right. And the word is semion. It says, yep, Yep, a sign, a prodigy, a portent, an unusual occurrence, transcending the common course of nature. You see, of miracles and wonders by which the Most High authenticates the men sent by him. It was just like Yahweh Shai. Remember when John the Baptist was in prison, and I think it was John the Baptist, and then he was locked up. He sent one of his disciples to Yahushua, and he asked him, are you him? And Yahushua told them to tell John, tell them that the blind see, the lame walk, etc., etc. You see? And Yahushua was, and it was through those miracles that people knew that he was the Messiah. Well, Esau is coming in that same stead, but on the left-hand side. But he's a false Messiah. This is false miracles, because it's being done in a carnal fashion. And at the end of the day, and Esau shit, it might work for a little while, but we know that his technology is not perfect, man. It's not without error. This is going to have many flaws, many side effects, many things are going to go wrong with his shit. But remember, his miracles that he's doing are just to be used to deceive you people and to ensnaring you and to trap you, man. And it says, Revelation 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, and that word for killed is apoktano, but the root word is apo, which means to be separated. You see? And this is what's going to eventually happen. He's going to use this technology and the neural links, the so-called Prima eye chips to make the blind to see, the different neural links to make the lame to walk. This digital ID, all of this, artificial intelligence and AI and data centers and the cloud and all this other BS. That's the image that he's basically going to get you people to worship, is this technology via this technology. Until eventually to where, if you don't worship it, if you don't, assimilate yourself and merge with it, you're going to be killed or separated from society, man. You're already seeing a bunch of people getting locked up just for protesting against AI data centers and protesting against artificial intelligence. They're finding themselves to get locked up. They're being labeled as dissenters, as terrorists, as non-American. Pretty soon you're gonna start having your bank accounts canceled. Pretty soon you're gonna start getting locked up in prison for those that speak out against this technology and AI and and different things of that nature. You see, this is all part of these the miracles of this technology that he's presenting to the world. And eventually you're gonna have to accept it and merge with it in order to function within this man's society. It says one of our patients in France finished a 300-page novel a little while ago and sent us the book. Hodak recently told TechCrunch, "We have a sketch on the wall one of our patients drew of the Sydney Opera House. There are videos of patients playing crossword puzzles and filling in Sudoku." But Hodak, who co-founded Neuralink with Elon Musk before leaving to start Science Corp, you see, so this is one of Elon Musk's buddies, man. But he broke off to do his own thing, but he's still doing the same shit. Using, his he broke off to basically produce the same type of technology. And like we've been telling you, there's going to be not just Neuralink, there's going to be many other spin-off companies and other individuals that's going to come and try to produce this same technology. So it's not just going to be Neuralink, you're going to have others as well. And this guy Hodak was a co-founded Neuralink with Elon Musk, but now he's doing his own thing. But really, he's not doing his own thing. He's doing his own thing, but it's just, under a different name, I guess, but still the same result. It says, who co-founded Neuralink with Elon Musk before leaving to start Science Corp, was candid that his tech still has a lot of room for improvement. It says there is an early version. It's kind of like looking through a straw in the center of their vision, he told the Financial Times, saying it was powerful proof that the company was on the right track. We see in the future how to get color pretty close to native acuity, he added. Each Prima device is expected to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but Science Corp says it's working with healthcare providers to cover some of the costs. You see, they're going to use this. They're going to present this as healthcare. They're going to present it as health and safety. So they're going to what? They're going to merge this technology with the healthcare center, just like they're going to merge this technology with the economic base. Healthcare, economic, transportation, all this shit is going to be merged eventually with this technology. And you're going to have to bow down and acquiesce yourself into it to operate and to use these, and to function within society pretty soon, man. You see, all roads leads to the MOTB. It says, but Science Corp says it's working with healthcare providers to cover some of the costs per TechCrunch. It's most likely to first start treating patients in Germany, where it's conducted its clinical trials. It's not only the company making moves in this space. Neuralink is also working on a vision implant called Blindsight, but it hasn't begun human trials yet. See, so you can see where this shit is going. But again, this is just one of those many forms of miracles that this man is doing that's going to lead you people to the so-called future of society, which is going to lead ultimately to you having to bow down and worship this technology and AI basically as your God, man. Put all your faith and trust in it, and and not going to be that, man. But we've been warning you, hey, this is all part of the beast system, man. And like I said, these little things, the little Neuralink, the little blind sight, the little, how they're making the crippled, those who can't walk to walk again, and using this technology to give people sight. It's just all, how they're going to lead you people, deceive you people into putting your full trust and faith in this technology. And that is godlike, and that the one that's yielding the power of it is like a god on earth. But it's all, in deception, man. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. You see? Let me jump down to 13. It says, who would pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? And that's why we're telling you, better not trust this man or this technology, man. It's like playing with a venomous serpent, man, and you will get bit. And when you get bit by this serpent, and when you put your faith in this technology and in AI and all these different things, and it turns around to bite you in the ass, and it turns around and locks you in this digital prison system, and you're locked in these 15-minute cities when you're under control of his programmable money and his CBDCs, and he's got you by the balls within this digital prison system, ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you, man, because we warned you and told you this man is not to be trusted, that this shit is all being done in complete deception and wickedness, okay? It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. See, so he's going to speak real sweetly with his lips, telling you, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. It's the future, and it's going to make life so much better, and no more suffering, no more sicknesses. We're going to heal the blind. We're going to give the blind their vision. We're going to, to take cancer before it happens, and yada, 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 all while he's telling you all that, and you're eating it up, and you're clapping, and you're shaking your head, yeah, and nodding, this is the way, yeah, that we love it. As soon as your ass getting within that system, it's going to be a whole nother ball game, man. And he's going to shut that digital proverbial prison door shut, and your ass is going to be locked in this goddamn digital prison system, man. Hey, and you're going to feel like an idiot. You're going to feel small. You're going to feel duped, and nobody's going to feel sorry for you because we warned you, Jake, and told you that this man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You see, but this is why we're going to keep our faith and trust totally in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, all the way to the end. All right, and this is Isaiah 10:20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of Israel in truth. You see? And this is what we're going to do. We're not going to trust in this man's technology and in his science because the Lord already put us up on game what this shit, what the end game of all this futurism and this new world order is really all about, man. And we fully understand that we're gonna get new bodies. We're gonna, we're gonna get new bodies. We're gonna be ultimately healed. Hey, Lord willing, we're part of the elect when we're taken up into the chariots. And when our change come, we know our change is not gonna come via this technology and Esau's implants and his form of life extension and technological, so-called upgrades, man. Hey, we'll pass on that. Hey, our change is going to come in the blinking of an eye when Yahweh Shai comes and gets us and changes us up, man. We ain't putting our faith in Esau's upgrade and his so-called, vision for the future. It's a vision for slavery and death, and that shit's trash, man. Hey, so with that, I'm going to close it there. Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, you are edified. Into the next one, shalom.